It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. A big play for the Cowboys. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, Man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Cavante Turpin on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's complete left side to Pickens. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Dak going to throw it here on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Second down, Prescott. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
A big connection from Dak to CD. 37 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy...
Powering forward, he's in. Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys move out to a 7-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ray going to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. On the give, it's Tracy. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. from the shotgun. Wilson. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back, and you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. Take it in, back at his own 12. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Now Russ. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. More from MetLife Stadium after this. They go play action with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver That one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's Wilson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's first and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Catch made right side. It's Johnson.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing again. Wilson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read. And he will do it himself. He's in. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will go up by a point here in the second quarter. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, here's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. He'll take this down to the 47. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing is Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
First down, Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12. and a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
To the outside, catch made by Pickens. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Now, this looks like a design run, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. On the play fake, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Gray going to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, that's Slayton. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Giants. Motion man, sent right. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Wilson will throw again. That'll be batted down and incomplete. Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On 4th down, here comes the lefty punter, Jamie Gillen. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work this forward to the 35. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Checking it down, this one is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
They'll turn and hand this one off. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd down, Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Prescott now. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And their lead remains at 2.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Now Wilson on 1st down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On 2nd down, Russ. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Wilson now, off the bootleg. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. From the gun, that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Deron Bland.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Pistol now for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Play action. Now, Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. In motion, it's Robinson. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
One away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On second down, it's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and short. Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott again. To the left side, caught by Lamb. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Cowboys.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got it at the 3. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. It is 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side, that's Johnson. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Throwing again. Wilson. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. and it's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.